Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Zach with Money Pit RC. In today's video, I'm going to show you basically how to bulletproof your front axle on your SCX24. So everybody has different options of axles and what you want to do to them, what weight you want to add, where you want to add the weight, all different parts and variations. This is just how I found how I like to set up my axles. I do prefer stock SCX24 axles, the plastic ones, just because they do slide over rocks a little bit easier. They are kind of lightweight and they just work. You don't need anything fancy or crazy for an axle. Again, my opinion. So in this video, you'll just kind of get like an idea of how they're set up. All right, so here we have my base camp. We're doing a little budget build on it. So I want to get the front axle all set up. We're not changing out the servo today. Obviously, for the front end, you're going to want to change out the servo, because we're adding all this brass up front. It's not going to survive. So previously we did install the brass diff cover, and then we also installed the brass knuckles. So that's all we did so far on the front end. We don't have to do much more to get this thing set up how I like it. Generally, you'll start out with the brass. What we're going to do today, we're going to give it more steering angle. We're going to put a overdrive gear in the front. We're going to change out the axle shafts to some universal ones, because once you give this thing more steering angle, those pin style axle shafts are just going to break. And we also have a brass steering link in the front. We're going to definitely put this on. It's definitely going to blow up the servo, but hey, this is how I like it. So we're going to get all these three fitted. I'm going to kind of walk you through a little bit, not a full how-to, but I'll give you some tricks and tips as we go. So let's say you're replacing the knuckles anyway. You're going to get it stripped down to basically here. I still have the axle shafts inside the housing itself. So all you're going to do is just pop the axles out. So right now, this is where you're going to trim these to give it a little bit more steering angle. I do have a full video on that. I'll make sure I leave a link in the description box below where you can check the video out. I'm not going to go into detail in this video because I already have one, but you're just going to want to trim these edges, this side and this side, just a little bit, just so you can get a little bit more steering angle so the knuckles don't hit it. This isn't no beauty pageant, so it's not perfect, but filed it down a little bit. So now they are nice and ground down so we can shove the axles in. So I take that back. I completely forgot we're doing the overdrive gear. So let's take the diff cover off, pop the drive shaft off, and then install that gear. All right, we got the new overdrive gear installed in the front. Again, I think I have a video on this. Just make sure that you swap the O-rings that are on the spiral gear, because if you don't, it's going to have a lot of slop. You don't want slop. Good time to put a little grease in here. So we basically got the whole front end done. Definitely a lot more steering angle. You can see where we, God, you can't see too far. So definitely give more steering angle. You can see where we trimmed. The knuckle is just about to hit it. But to fully utilize this mod, you're definitely going to change out the servo, because you need a little bit more throw and a little bit more power. So just tighten up the servo horn a little bit. Definitely going to wear it out a lot faster, but let's get a battery in this thing and see if it actually helped. Battery in it definitely has more than what it did before, but still not its full potential, just because of the servo not giving enough swing. But tightening up that servo horn kind of give us a little bit more response, but it's definitely not going to last. That thing's going to die in a heartbeat, but got everything situated, everything squared away. I'm going to show you something quick. So I literally have a whole video of underdrive and overdrive gears, but I just want to show you for the new people that are here. So we put the overdrive in the front, so that means the front wheels are going to spin faster than the rear. So this is, I don't know what percentage, but it's not much. So it's just enough to where it's going to help, and also help with that turning radius, because the fronts are going to spin a little bit faster, so it's going to act like a little dig. So I like doing this test. If you ever install an underdrive or an overdrive gear, or let's say you bought a rig and you want to see if it has an overdrive or underdrive, just put some tape on the wheels, make sure you put them in the exact same spot, and just drive it. And if one spins faster, one spins slower, then you know what you got. So I like doing this test. It's a fun little test. So no driving clips in this video, just because I really didn't do much and it's not really gonna affect the performance that much. So no driving clips. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, make sure you leave a comment so I can answer them best I can. So majority of my setups are like this. Brass in the front, overdrive gear, and some universal axles, just because I don't want to deal with the pin styles. I broke so many of those. So you get the heavy duty ones and they still snap. So I've had these universals I've had these universals for a while in a lot of my rigs, and I've never broken one yet. Maybe it's just my luck. I don't know. I'll try to leave a parts list in the description box below. I did just buy these cheap on eBay, all the parts. So I'm not gonna give it, maybe I'll find them on Amazon. It might be a little bit more, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. You know I drove me through all your feedback. Catch you guys in the next video.